はい、どうも、皆さん、こんにちは。それではね、ザ・スタンリー・パラブルをやっていきたいと思います。ちょっとね、前回は、多分途中で終わっちゃったんですけど、扉を閉めたら物語が進んじゃいました。じゃあ、やっていきます。
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
死んじゃった。バッドエンドですね。では行きましょう。次はどうしようか。ピルプルってなってる。どこだ？あった。出るぞ。あれなんかさ、雰囲気変わった？いいや。これでしょ？あれ？あ、これか。
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
でなんかね、前回はこうやってプチって一個ずつ切っていったんですよ。最悪じゃないこのコード。さ、仕事の途中で保存してなくて電源立ちっぱやってさ、他の人に消されたら普通に怒るけどな。怒るでしょ、こんな。ガチ切れですよ。あ、ピー。インプットレシーブド。これなんか貯めていくんかな？よくわかんないですが。開けろ、ほら。あれ、なんか。いけそう、あっち。いろんなとこ開いてますね、でも。開いてるけど入られへんのよな。開けて、違うエンディングに行きたい。みんなどこ行ったし。
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
閉めたらいいんじゃん。無理。どうしようかな。あ、じゃあ、こっち行ってさ。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
じゃあさ、飛び降りて死んでみる、一回。
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
あ、そうか、これで入るんか。入ってみるか。よし。
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
いや、無視しない、ここは。入る。ウィーン。バカス。テラバカス。どうした？まさか死んじゃった？どうなる？お。
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
お前さ、あっちか、どちらにしようかなって選んだやろ、お前。まあいいよ、こっち行く。
No, it's to the right, my mistake.
いいよ、こっち行くで。
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly.
どっちでもいいよ。
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
どっちでもいいです、本当にもう。
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely
そっちかーい。
this way.
そっち出口違うんだけど、合ってる？ブー。こっちで合ってます、本当に。すごい。 お。合ってますか、こっちで。
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
カメラや。
Okay, 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 okay. We just have to get back to oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
お、戻らされた。はい、それでは進めていきます。ちょっとね。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
ちょっとね、さっきの場所でちょっといじれることがあったんですけど、まあまあまあいいでしょう。消して。あれどこだこれ。あれ結構ついてんね、今回は。さあ、続いては2つの部屋到着。
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
多すぎ。
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
これこっち行きたいな。でも行けへん。じゃあこっちから行きましょう。わお、楽しみ。お邪魔します。でもなんか広いな。すごいすごい。めっちゃ迷路みたいになってんだけど。やばいぞこれ。多すぎない？これ大丈夫これ。なんか同じとこループしてないか。大丈夫かな？これ合ってるかこっちで。戻ってきちゃうんじゃないこれ入り口に。わお、入り口。
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
あ、ロードしちゃったん？最初からやり直しちゃった？行きましょう。今度こそでしょ？特になんもなしか？結局はどういう話なの？
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
行きましょう。いや、面白いこのゲーム。あー、ここもプチー。もうちょい。どこ？あとどこ？プチー。終わり？入りましょう。そんなんでさ、扉2つだ。あ、扉なくなってない？
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
だな。行こう。あ、ここさっき通った道みたいな、迷路みたいな。なんか、ないか。あれ？ここじゃない？行けそう。あれ？入り口に戻るんですかみんな。あ、なんか違うか。
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
マジで？
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
どうしよう。あれ？違うぞなんか。お、すごい。屋根裏。
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
思い出せへんのかよ。
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
確かに。
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work,
よくわか
and
り
it
ま
really
せん
paid
が
off.
勝ちま
So,
した。
good job.
Yeah, good job.
Oh no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Yes. Okay, 行きましょう。Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
こりゃいい。あれこっち通るの絶対間違ってる。こっちじゃなかったし。あ、マインスイーパーだ。マインスイーパーする。マインスイーパーだ。マインスイーパーじゃないわ。何だっけソリティア、ソリティア。これ全部切っていきましょう、毎回ね。大丈夫かなこれめっちゃエンディングありそうですね。こっちか。絶対違う。こんなん私見たことない。
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
あ、でも。
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
うるせえ。うるせえし、絶対著作権にかかるわ、この歌。まあいいわ。
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
その間スクショしとく。はい。OK。人が出てこないね、主人公以外。
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? A story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
覚えてないな。よくわかりません。じゃあ、こっち開いてなかったもんね、さっき。こっちかな。いや、違う。待って。こっち切って、こうやか、こっち合ってるか。大丈夫か主人公。おお、間違ってるぞ。
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
そうだな、多分主人公が悪い、今のは。お、またスタートラインがありますね。ザ・スタンリー・パラブル・アドベンチャーライン。
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
アドベンチャーライン
We're
TM っ
intelligent
て書いて
people,
ます。
right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
十分作れてる
This
よ。
all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
間違ってます。こっち初めて通りますよ。大丈夫ですか
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
ナレーションの人が壊れてきました。
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley. I'm ready for it.
オッケー。私流の物語を作る。
Oh no, not you again. Stanley,
またお
I'd
前
also like
TM
to
か。
veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
そうだな。無視しよう。だいぶ邪魔だな、こいつ。突き抜けていっちゃったけど。壊れてます。だいぶバグってますね。お、なんだここは。
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
本当に間違っなんかカウントだ過ぎてるけど。
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
終わった。1個目のエンディング ?2 個目のエンディングかなあれ多分。ほう。最初からなりましたかね。では、ナレーター通りに動いてみましょう。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
こっち。お、で、
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. バスルームだって。こっちか。
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
どこって話聞いてなかったあんまり。なんか白いのが出るようになった。どれだ
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
どこ？あ、これ？すごい巨大な組織っぽいねんけど。こっち合ってる？こっちや？行き止まり。ほう。いろんなエンドがありますね。はい。ほう。ちゃんとしてますね。ここ降りたらどないなるんや？お、ローディング入りました。これをやると、まあ、普通の一番ね、みんなが辿ったであろうエンディングに辿り着くと。何個かエンディングやった後にさ、やっとこのエンディングに。
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
ちょっと待って。こっち入ったら多分別のエンドになりますね。エスケープって書いてますが。ちょっとここで一回セーブしましょう。セーブして。OK。で、こっち進んで。よし。はい、来たよ。こうしたらあかんのかな？どうすればいいのこれ？
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
正しい物語でナレーターも安心ですね。お、こっちで、あ、これ。
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, and his co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
じゃあなぜ消えちゃったのか、それが気になりますけど。
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
ほう。このゲームね、今調べてるんですけど、めちゃくちゃエンディングあるわ。
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
出て壊すんですか？押したらあかんよ絶対。怒られるぞやっぱり。こっちはね。 マインドコントロールアイドルアウェイティングインプット。ここかな。
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
ここでちょっとね、エンディングが分岐するので、めっちゃ。これでオフを押すと。終わった。終わったでしょ、今の。
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
やったよ。
Yes.
Yes.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
外出れるじゃん。
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
すごい。すごいぞ。出る。
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
よかったやん。これは真面目エンドですね。真面目エンドが、実績を解除しました。多分見えてないと思いますが。ビートザゲーム。オッケーオッケー。じゃあまた最初に戻りましたね。じゃあ、次は、パッとやるので、さっきのさ、場所あったやん。さっきの、いっちゃん最後まで行った場所な。ちょっととりあえず急いでいきましょう。で、最後の、
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
で、最後のさ、オンとオフのボタンがあったやろ。あれをオンにすると違うエンディングが見れるみたい。
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to... Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
著作権引っかかるでしょ、こんなの。落ち着いたニューエイジミュージック。さあ、ちょい過ぎましょう。あれ、あかね。間違ってんのか、私は。おい。
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
超早く行ったらそんなことがあるんですね。
Roles labeled with emotions,
何これ押してみたい。
or sad, or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say
これだな。
2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley. You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then no ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
おう、死んじゃいましたね。というエンドが一つですね。よし、これで最初、このエンドは終わりました。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
何の音これ?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
確かに。もう一つのエンドはなんかエスケープっていうとこ行くね。さっきのさ、続きあるやろ？そこまでカットするわ。さあ、 やってきました。まあ、ロードしただけですが。はい。これでこっち行きます。あとはもう、
Although this
あんまり知
passageway
らない
had
ん
the
で。
word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
これえらい
The
長い
door
な。
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
帰らねえよ。
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
喜ん
and
で
willingly
CM が
confront his
受ける。
death.
うん。ウィーンと開いた。ほい。わー。死んだ。ロード入ったこれ。背が最初に戻ったか。いや、ロードですね、多分。ですね。わー。生きてる。生きてるが。生きてる。
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence
超や
whatsoever.
ばいぞ。
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
怖い。
Perhaps his death was of no
わー、
great
終わ
loss,
る。
like plucking
次
the
だ。本当に
eyeballs
次
from
だ
a。blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
こうやって、あ
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
怖い。うわー、落ちるんかい。The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
誰だお前は。ほう。何これ天国
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
これ自
Do you
分の部
see
屋。
that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
どういうことこれ博物館みたいになってないこれ博物館でしょこれ。自分の博物館ですね、これ完全に。オフィスコンピューター。ブブ、ブブ、ブブ。わお。博物館エンドになってるね、これ。わ。ザオフィス。開かない。開かない、開かない。こう。ボタンサウンド。ああ。もしかしてそういう話やったんクレジットがこんなところに。オシャンティーですね。面白い。ちょっとね、中途半端やけど、ここまでにしたいと思います。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。よければチャンネル登録の方よろしくお願いします。またですね、私人間が運営するツイッターもございますので、よければご覧ください。それでは、さようなら。